If you're just tuning in, this is The Press. It is a morning show on KAFTAN television. It features in-depth discussions and analysis of major headlines on the national dailies with our seasoned guests. Today we have a very special guest, a seasoned public affairs analyst in person of Obadiah, Mbila. Welcome, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, and thanks for having me, Ekaete. Nice meeting you for the first time.
Nice to meet you too.
Hope you are enjoying your presentation here in KAFTAN.
Yes.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Along. Nice to meet you,
Good morning, Nigerians.
So how were you able to maneuver your way to this place, considering the present issues in the country?
Sometimes the best way to beat challenges is to face the reality. So no room for lamentation, no room for complaint. We know what is before us, so we get through. I'm here. That's it.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Nice for being here. That reminds me, you just said the challenges. Nigerians are being faced with a lot of challenges because of the present hike in PMS. What's your reaction to that?
Well, you know, the conversation has been on and on, both in the print media and the electronics media, the social media. I reason that when you are communicating your feelings, your concerns, your agitation to authority that have listening ear, then you hope that they will respond adequately to your worries. But when the authority appears to be less concerned about what worries, what concerns the general public, you can now understand the meaning of communication of the deaf. So you will be speaking, your leaders are not listening, and their language does not go in consonant with your feeling. What they're thinking is different, what you are feeling is also different. So there is a very huge gap. There is a very huge disconnect between the leadership of the country, in this case the administration of President Tinubu, and the people that he is supposed to be leading. It does appear that the government of the day is doing their thing and are less concerned about the feeling, the concern of the generality of the public. So when the government becomes mad, it's up to the general public to fine-tune their response, not to allow themselves to be dragged into concern that government will never heed to. They now begin to do their own thing so that at least they can maintain their own sanity if the government has gone insane.
Okay, talking about subsidy removal, you know, when during the campaign period, the three aspirants then, Atiku, the LP, the Labour Party candidate Peter Obi, including the present president, had already told Nigerians that if they are privileged to come to be at the aims of affairs of this country, subsidy was a no-go area that it was going. So that is exactly what the present president has just done. So what is different? Why are Nigerians now?
The truth about subsidy is not that subsidy operation or removal is the problem, but subsidy, as we know it in the past how many years, has been a hub for criminality, for contract racketeering, for huge corruption, and therefore the removal of it and then getting Nigerians or the system into yet another huge corruption, etc. and etc. is the problem at stake now. When we had the three aspirants, as they were, said, look, subsidy will go. It was a welcome development. First, the removal of subsidy to the campaigners was a way of nipping the corruption that is associated with the subsidy. And that's one. Two, the removal of subsidy would have had a human face if it was properly handled. For instance, you know that the petroleum is Nigerians' mainstay economic order. It is the petroleum, and in everywhere in the world there are some sectors the government must subsidize so that people will continue to enjoy the social facilities that government alone can provide. Because
as it is, sorry to cut you in, it has trickled down to almost all the facets of our economy. Like now, a bag of rice that was, as of last week before this development, a bag of rice was between 80 to 82,000 naira. As at Saturday, rice is running almost 100,000 naira.
That is where a good leadership should concern themselves with. You know that when you remove the subsidy, it's not the problem. Subsidy removal is not the problem.
So what's the problem? The problem is the timing?
Not really the timing, though the timing counts. But it's when you're about to remove subsidy, you know that it's going to have ripple effects. It's going to affect other costs across board. So first of all, you must put in place a cushioning effect to ameliorate the impact when it is removed. Not that you just come in like the president did, remove it first and start managing the ripple effect.
Let me cut you in there. You know, as it stands, because most Nigerians are not aware, everybody is looking up to the federal level. But as it stands, presently, the allocation of the 36 governors have greatly been improved. Like, for instance, I think like 30%, 300%. If a state's allocation was 100 billion naira before now, presently it's as high as 300 billion naira. So the question is, are we supposed to be focusing entirely on the federal government, or why are people not asking their state governors? Because we are being told by the federal government that amount, that's huge amounts of money allocated to the different states, is meant to cushion the effects of subsidy removal. But it's as if the present state governors are not making judicious use of those monies. What do you take?
You know, my dear, the truth about our federalism is that it's skewed and is to fail. Therefore, the states that's supposed to be independent, or at least if not independent, let's say that to some extent they are not wholly dependent on the central purse, are not supposed to be so dependent on what the federal government gives to them. But our system has become so awkward that they depend on what the controlling center gives out. To that extent, the controlling center is still the command post for those state or federating unit, as it were. So when they give huge money and their action increase the price in the commodity market, what you get is that, take for instance, the minimum wage has been upped from I think 30,000 or so to 70,000
naira.
Now, look at it this way: By the time it was 30,000 naira, the petroleum product was around 140 something naira per liter. And then you jack it up to 70,000 naira, and the petroleum product goes up to 1,400, because at average that's what most Nigerians are buying 1 liter of petrol across board. Now, what is 70 naira to in relationship to the price increase that have affected the petroleum product, which is the energy that we need to power every sector, whether it's at the state level or at the national level? What is 70,000 naira for a family that need to get a bag of rice that was around 14,000 when the minimum wage was 30,000 naira? You know, so now that the price of rice has gone up to 80 something thousand naira. So what is 70,000 naira to a family that wants to buy products, food items like tomatoes, onions, that has now become a big man food?
That reminds me on the 70,000 naira new national minimum wage, which is yet to be implemented. You know, Labour came up with a statement yesterday, last week, I beg your pardon, saying that that is a betrayal on the part of the federal government, that why Labour had to succumb to that 70,000 naira, even when they knew that money was not enough for an average living wage of a Nigerian worker. But they had to settle for that because there was this agreement that federal government was not gonna in any way soon increase petroleum products. And then Labour further said that why they equally had to succumb to that too was that they were given two options. And then the first option was, if you go for, you know, Labour started with 650,000 naira or thereabouts, and then at a point they settled for 250. So the federal government came out to tell Labour, if you go for 70,000 naira, if you accept the 70,000 naira, then the petroleum product remains. And then if you must insist on 250, then the federal government was going to increase petroleum products to between 1,500 2,000 naira. And then barely a month after this minimum wage was signed, which is even yet to be implemented, federal government has discarded the agreement it entered with Labour. And as I'm talking to you, Labour they are meeting all their organs, and definitely they are coming up with something so different. So would you say, because this as it stands has completely eroded the 70,000 naira minimum wage?
Well, you remember your first question was to address the increase in allocation that has been given to states.
Yes.
And then in answering that question, I try to analyze the meaning of more allocation and increase in products, or farm products, or whether farm products or energy product or whichever product. The same way it gets to the agreement they have with minimum wage. If minimum wage is increased, and then from the background you are increasing petroleum product or any other and then of course when you increase the petroleum product, it has a spiral effect. It affects every other
aspect.
The bread that we obtain from the counter, it affects every other aspect of our economic life and activities. So that is exactly what Labour now are frowning at. You gave us more money and you increase what the value, the cost of what we are going to use this money for. So what use is the increase that has not been, like you rightly observed, that has not even been implemented across board. Most states are yet to accept, not to talk of paying. By now, I think we have less than 10 states that are paying. So the federal government did not wait to make sure that the workers have received this minimum wage across board before this increase began to occur. So to that extent, there is, like I said at the opening conversation, that it has been communication of the day. Talk to yourself. You are not talking to me. The labor are talking to themselves. They are not talking to government. But when they were having their parley, they thought that they were talking to government. But the outcome of this petroleum increase have just shown them that they were not talking to them. Nobody was listening to them. So that is the reality we found ourselves. The disconnect between the authority and, of course, the people they lead.
So as it stands, what's the way forward?
The way forward is the government of the day to carry the people along. Imagine the unilateral where this increase was done. No discussion with the stakeholders. Nothing. It was like nobody matters in the issue, whereas everybody matters, including the final consumers. They must allow themselves to, the authority must get the final consumers placed on notice. If even if they are not going to use their opinion in the matter, they must place them on notice. Say, look, we are going to increase the petroleum pricing between now and so time. In fact, they can even give a deadline. But here, we woke up in the morning, no announcement, nothing whatsoever.
Just like your thought is similar to that of PDP, the opposition party, that said in a statement that that decision is a brutal attack.
More than brutal, it's an insult to the psyche of every Nigerian, whether a common man, middleman, or the high class man. Because it's going to affect everybody, no matter how much money that you have, in your chest. It's going to deplete on your savings. It's going to affect your investment, everything, your returns. It's going to affect everything across board. So it should have not been an insult to the people you are leading, to the people that you want to support your government, to the people that you know that if in a good environment, it is their mandate that kept you there. But because, in this particular instance, the mandate is not really true. It's not truly the people's mandate. Like the president once told the Arewa group that visited him, he said he sponsored his campaign with his own personal money. So for him, the seat was purchased and was not by the will of the people. So he can afford to recoup his investment any way he deems fit. And if the people wants to protest, remember some of those protesters are in jail already. So you are warned.
So now, right now, we are going to open our phone line 08029938365. So you are free to call and then make your own contributions on this topic. You can call us.
Go on to the headlines.
So, sir, how do you think this
headlines?
Let's go to this this headline here. Dangote's petrol pricing sparks confusion. Push back. Okay, Let's pick this call.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name and where you're calling from, please.
This is at Prince Johnson calling from Kaduna.
Wow, nice to have you. How is the weather today?
Weather is fine.
Thank you.
First and foremost, I want to...
1 minute, please.
Hello?
Yes.
I want to comment on the news that was written on the Punch newspaper. You omitted it somehow. You didn't read it. That the money points and other OPE kick for federal government impose of levy. So I want to make a passionate appeal to the federal government to reverse whatever levy they were trying to impose on the Nigerian users. Okay. To allow Nigerians to breathe as far as this issue is concerned. And another issue, I want to appeal to the federal government to quickly, as a matter of urgency, to tell us where we can buy rice at the price of 40 naira.
Is it 40 naira, 40,000?
NIN. So please, if you have the direction or answers to that, please reveal it. Let us know about it before the end of this section.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. We've heard your contributions. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, madam. How are you?
I'm fine, and you? How's the weather today? Your name, please?
I'm James from Abuja.
Okay. So you know you have 1 minute.
Yes, I know. The government is not serving the public. The man at the end of affairs, the Obadiah, is treating us as if we are animals. He's not treating Nigerians as if we are part of the progress of his administration. And he's making us to ask for a dissolution of Nigeria. Let's everybody go on his own. Let the Eastern go, the Westerner, the Northerner, then we'll be able to come at the center. And bingo, we will not be suffering the way we are suffering. He's under too much on us. And so I am using this medium to ask the president to please look to us and do what is needful unto us. I thank the man that is helping you there. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Okay. So before that last caller, we were about Dangote's petrol price sparks confusion. Let's take this. Hello, good morning. Your name, please.
Hello, good morning.
Your name and where you are calling from, please. Please kindly turn the volume of your TV sets. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Go on, please.
Yes, I'm Mr. James. I'm calling from Kogi.
Okay. Welcome to the program, Mr. James. Please, your view. In few seconds, please.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Please, your contribution. Go on, please.
Yes. What I want to speak about, to please beg our federal government to let Nigerians breathe. They are making life hard for people, and this is not convenient for us at all. They should help us beg our federal government, our government, that they should make things easy for us.
It's okay.
That is the reason why I go.
It's okay. That's exactly what we are doing by discussing the present issue, the present biting issue, because it's actually telling on everybody. Thanks for your contribution. Your contribution is appreciated and noted. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, madam.
Good morning, ma. How is the weather today?
It's biting so harsh on us.
Okay.
Because anybody that has not eaten will not say the sun that is shining now is good on him.
Please,
and
your
so Nigerians
contribution.
are seriously not happy with what is happening with the federal government. How can the federal government wake up in the day and say the fuel price is 1,300 per liter? Who among the cabal can do it successfully if the president is not in the know? I thought the president is aware of the cabal while he was campaigning. So he's supposed to have, take them out, not allowing them to distort his government. Now we are not liking his government. People are seriously complaining. Those people that voted for him, in fact, they have moved back. And I'm sure maybe he's doing this not to come back the second time. But where I'm going to is that he should make life easy for us. I know the way he did the issue of the legal people raising their money to 30%. He can as well come to the bourgeois, that is the people at the end of affairs of fuel, and talk out with them, not stop traveling out anyhow as he's doing when we are suffering. It's not to our best interest. So please, as you are here and you have relayed our message to them, let them know that we are not at ease with him at all, with all his ministers and governors. They are not doing us favor.
Your point is noted. Thank you. Amen. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we're talking about the Dangote refinery issue, and then before I took it up, so much has been brought up by our callers, who some of them exceeded the 1 minute that you allocated to them, and I just hope that they continue to keep to time. Well, the other one
says the headline here says Dangote's petrol pricing sparks confusion, push back.
Yeah, so just before I comment on that, there are some opinions here that I have addressed, but because they are coming up again from the callers, I need to emphasize on the one that was talking about regionalism, which is the bane of our problem. You cannot model up all the federating unit into a federal system that is skewed to be a unitary system, so to speak. The unitary system is different from federal system. So now we say we are federation, but we are operating a unitary system. That is not going to work. No matter the amount of money and petroleum or other products that we put in the system, if we do not go back to federalism or through regionalism, which will hasten through federalism, we are still wasting our time. Having said that, the other person cried out that we should call government to listen to the cry of the people. I do know that every listening government has their media team that's supposed to listen to you and I and listening to the Nigerian public and their opinion. If the federal government means well, this type of forum should be monitored very keenly so that they can grab what the people are saying about themselves and improve their lot. Even Jesus Christ, notwithstanding the fact that he's supposed to be all-knowing, at a stage he stooped low to call his disciple and say, what do people say about me? So I think the Federal Executive Council should spend some time to ask, what are the people saying, and how can we incorporate what they are saying into the leadership order that we have designed. Having said that, talk about Dangote. Dangote is a businessman, and I think we need to drive this into the ear of Nigerians. Dangote is not an extension of the Nigerian NNPC. No, he is there in business to make profit so that he can pay for all the expenses that he incur in procuring crude oil, in refining the crude oil, in maintaining the factory, the manufacturing system, the turbine, whatever he uses, and still pay his workers. So to that extent, if Nigerian has been expecting that Dangote's business would mean ameliorating their petroleum problem, then we are situating the solution in the wrong place. Dangote must make profit for him to be in business. Having said that, we ask ourselves, what is happening with Dangote that made many people to smile, thinking that when it comes on stream, that the issue of petroleum will be a thing of the past? Well, the regulatory agencies still remain the government, the NNPC and all their subsidiaries. If they say this is where the boundary must be, that is where it must be. At first, they wanted to sell crude to Dangote at the same dollar pricing they sell to international crude. But through agitation, they succumbed. But still, they are putting huge, they're obstructing Dangote left, right, and center. And to that extent, Dangote, being a businessman, can choose to sell the refined product outside our shore. And he is not under obligation to sell within the shore. So it's not that Father Christmas has come on board. Dangote is not Father Christmas.
Let's pick this call. Hello? Hello, good morning. Oh. Hello? We've missed that caller.
Go to next headline.
We have a hike in food, fuel, electricity prices, unbearable. APC chieftain tells Tinubu.
Well, it's no longer news. So, but I think what is news here is that it's coming from, is it a member or a chieftain of the ruling party?
We have another major headline here. Petrol price hike. Nigerians at breaking point. NLC Article 1. Please, quickly react to that.
Yeah, like as I said, it's not a pregnancy thing that we don't know whether it's going to be a male child or a female child. It's what everybody is feeling. It's impacting negatively on everybody, so it's no longer news. One of the callers, I think the one from Kaduna, suggested that we should broadcast here to the hearing of the authority that they should reverse the increase in OPay or this POS thing.
Money point.
Yes, money point thing and all that. But the question is that which other increase have we not cried? Did the government respond?
Like Nigerians just protested across the 36 states of the Federation.
So they know that they are taxing. We have not even talked about what VAT is bringing to Nigeria.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Hi, good morning. Your name and where you are calling from, please. Okay.
Good morning. I'm Emmanuel calling from Benue State.
Okay. Your contribution, please. Remember, you have just a few seconds. Hello? Okay, sir. We've missed that caller. Okay, we're saying Nigerians at breaking point, NLC Article 1. So, and then you were making your own observations. Go on, please.
Yeah, I said everyone knows that Nigerians already are losing hope by the day, and they're like Article or NLC, whoever puts it, at the breaking point. But the government is unrelenting in taxing the populace, even when they are not adding value. Tax supposed to mean that you get money from the people and give them back in one way or the other, either through infrastructural provision of infrastructural amenities, or by instituting social order that will help them to live a normal life. There are in some climes there are food banks that take care of the less privileged. There are educational support programs that help indigent people to foot their bill, and there are many other social systems that are in place to help the general public.
Let's pick this last call. Hello?
Hello.
Good morning. Your name and where you are calling from, please, quickly, because we are about rounding off.
Yeah, good morning. Are you hearing me now?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Quickly, please.
Please, I want to respond to the person on the TV saying that Dangote is not under obligation to search Nigeria.
Okay. Can you say that quickly, please?
I think that statement is very, very wrong. How can you be saying the crude oil that Dangote, we are supplying Dangote crude oil from this country? So because he's now a businessman, will not take the crude oil outside the shore while we are...
That is his own opinion. You have yours, please. That is his own opinion. You have your own opinion.
It's all right.
That is why we have problem in this country. How can someone be saying that on national TV, that Dangote has the obligation to sell his crude oil outside and petroleum products outside Nigeria while we are suffering here?
Okay, he has his own opinion, and then you have yours.
We should be truthful to ourselves.
Yes.
One comes to problem in this country.
Noted, sir. Noted.
Just wait as they caught you so that I can respond quickly.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Dangote is not the only buyer of Nigerian crude. Nigerian NNPC has been selling crude many years before Dangote. So let me repeat, Dangote as a commercial as an entrepreneur is not under obligation to where he sells his crude, his refined product to make his money. It's a commercial entity.
Okay, sir, you're about to round off. What's your final take on our discussion in a nutshell?
My final take is that, again and again, as I usually do when I come on air, the government has shown deaf ear to the crying of the people, to the yelling of the generality of the public. Let government, at least for once, respond to the agitation of the people. Nobody wants to protest against a sitting government. Only hunger can drive people to the street. Once you remove hunger, if they can be fed, yes, I think they are good to go. Again, government should stop living lavishly when those that they're ruling are hungry.
Well, you've heard it all from our guests, our public affairs analyst, Mr. Obadiah Mbila. You've heard from him, and then we've equally sampled opinions, contributions from our viewers. Now it's left for our government to sit up and then put the necessary measures in place just to alleviate the present suffering of Nigerians. This is where we bring the program to a close this morning. We thank our esteemed viewers and our vibrant callers for making the program interactive. On behalf of our producer, Ruben Okala, and the entire production team that made the program possible, I remain Ekaete Iboth. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye for now.